Okay, so we're just going to quickly go over Macbeth and look in detail in the character of Macbeth and briefly discuss his character analysis and how he develops throughout the play. It's important to understand that when you get a question or an extract about, let's say, the character of Macbeth, you need to show how he develops throughout the play. So you always need to make reference to the extract and you need to bring in your own quotes from outside of the extract, so your own references. I would recommend that you aim to write at least three detailed paragraphs, so maybe write two paragraphs based on the extract and at least one from outside of the extract, where again you can weave in multiple quotes. So if we look at Macbeth as a noble warrior, so in the opening of the play, he's described as being valiant, a worthy gentleman by King Duncan. If we look at the adjective valiant and worthy as well, so it shows how Macbeth is brave, he's honorable. Worthy suggests he's loyal as well. This contrasts to later on in the play because we see that due to the turn of events, he actually harms King Duncan, he destroys King Duncan. So this contrasts to that. So this is a good quote to use. It also shows the tragic flaw of King Duncan, the fact that he trusts Macbeth too much, and ultimately Macbeth betrays him. So again, you can link this quote to the idea of appearance and reality, because on the surface level, we see Macbeth as someone who's brave, who's honorable, but he completely dismantles this. An easy quote to remember, we've got Brave Macbeth. He's titled in the opening. So he is described as someone who's brave, a masculine trait as well. He fights for his country, he puts his life on the line. He's a noble soldier for his country. And that links nicely to the second quote, Valor's minion. So Valor suggests that he is again someone who's brave, courageous. He doesn't feel any fear when he's in the battlefield. When we look at the quote or the word minion, so minion is like a servant. So Macbeth is a servant of bravery. He's a servant of everything which is honorable, masculine. So this is the impression we get of Macbeth in the opening. And these are a few good quotes to make reference to. So now if we look at how he changes throughout the play, so just two examples, the demise of Macbeth. He says to his wife, Lady Macbeth, full of scorpions is my mind. So if I'm explaining this quote, I zoom into the word full, the adjective full, how he's constantly suffering from the guilt that is overpowering him. Scorpions, the connotations is the constant poisonous aspect that they have. So it's as though the scorpions are constantly biting his mind. So this shows that Macbeth here has gone against his norms. He's being punished for his actions. He's feeling a sense of guilt and remorse, and he's unable to handle this as well, unlike Lady Macbeth. So here we can kind of maybe suggest that his masculinity is fading, he's giving into the pain around him, and he's bearing the evil consequences of regicide. If we take the last quote, so will all great Neptune's oceans wash this blood clean from my hands? So this is one of my favorite quotes. If we talk about how washing his hands is a sense of purification, maybe we can link this to the idea of baptism. Macbeth wants to be cleansed for his sins and he needs a whole ocean to wash it. Whereas when Lady Macbeth makes reference to this quote, she says, a little water clears us of this deed. Macbeth is also calling upon Neptune rather than his own god. So maybe he feels that God has abandoned him due to the regicide that he's done, due to the horrible actions that he's done as well. So this is a really good quote to use. And it also shows that Macbeth is guilty. He wants change. He wants a sense of salvation from God. He wants redemption. So these are the points I will talk about.